So ladies and gentlemen, I want to look at the way in which we can try to simplify this this fraction. So very simple. Okay, this 2 is the simplest one. So we have, and the 3, we have to rewrite everything in form of in simplest forms. I mean, like in simplest vectors. These big numbers should be expressed in simplest vectors. So with 18, we'll see 18, how can we express 18? Is 6 multiplied by 3, right? So it means we can say 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6, multiplied by 3, which is 18, right? So it's to the power m minus 2. So how can we break down that 6? So we can say 3 multiplied by 2 to the power negative m. And then the last one, 36. 36 is 6 times 6, right? So it's 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6 times 6, right? 3 multiplied by 2 again, which is m plus 2. So you can break these numbers like apart from your side, like, so you just check like whether is there any number that you can further break down. No, you have 3 and 2, so they're simplest form. So 3 to the power 3m multiplied by 2 to the power 2m. So now let us go on to allocate the powers. Let's allocate the powers everywhere. So it's going to be we'll just like quickly start with, we'll start and combine these two brackets, and then we'll sort that one later. So for now, let's say for conserving space, m minus 2, it means 2 is equal to the power m minus 2, and then we say 3 to the power m minus 2, and then we say 3 to the power negative m, and 2 to the power negative m. So this one will just say 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So this is m plus 2, just to conserve space. We'll see it later. So here it's 3 to the power 3m multiplied by 2 to the power 2m. So let us go on and look at this thing. So how do we do it now? Let us combine the 3's, and then we add the power. So the 3 is m minus 2. So you add the indices, right? Plus m minus 2. So what is the other 3? 1, 2, 3. So, and plus negative m, like this. And then we say 2 to this, which is m minus 2. And then we add that plus negative m. And then we continue, say 3 dot 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 is to the m plus 2, right? So let's continue, which is 3 to the power 3n multiplied by 2 to the power 2m. So let's create space again. Let's create space, and then now let us reduce that one. So m plus m minus m. So it means now we will have something like m 3 to the power m. So we're done with the m's here. So negative 2 plus negative 2 is minus 4. So now we'll do what? We'll say 2 to the power negative 2, because this m cancels out. Okay, let's continue. Let's break this apart. So we'll say 3 to the power m plus 1, right? And multiplied by 3 to the power m plus 1. So 2 to the power m plus 1, 2 to the power m plus 1. So the denominator still is the same. It's 3 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 2m. So we're trying to simplify it, doing it bit by bit till we crack it apart. Because once you rush it, you might just not get the answer. So now let's start with the 3 again to combine everything. M minus 4, at least it's reduced now. Plus what? Plus this m plus 1. M plus 1. And then plus m plus 1. So this was m. My goodness. Hey. Let us go up and correct everywhere where we wrote n here. This was m, and then this was m. Very important. This exhaustion will oh, I had m up right up there. So you see how an error can accumulate to be something nasty. So now we are done with m. So now let's multiply, say 2 to the power negative 2 plus m plus 1 plus m plus 1. So divided by what? By 3 to the power 3m, right? Multiplied by 2 to the power 2m. So let's continue now. So so here we'll say 3 to the power m plus m plus m is 3m, right? So negative 4 plus 1 plus 1 is minus 2, like this. And then here it's m plus m, which is 2m, and only because 1 minus 1 is 0. So now we'll try to bring the denominators to the numerators. So like to be numerators by saying negative the power to bring it on top, so that we don't struggle with a lot of these things. So you only do that when it's actually multiplication. So we can bring everything on top, just so we can be consistent with our workings. So we say 3 to the power 3m minus 2, and then we say multiplied by 3 to the power negative 3m. So 2 to the power 2m, 2 to the power negative 2m. So now we will try to add the indexes by ensuring one base. So 3m minus 2, and then plus negative 3m. So I hope it's clear that we added the indices. 2 to the power 2m plus negative 2m. So it's supposed to go to 0, and then this y. So it's gonna be 3 to the power negative 2, and then 2 to the power 0. It should be 1. And then now we have to convert the 3 to the power negative 2 to be something that is presentable like a proper number. We say 1 over 3 squared multiplied by 1, which is the same as 1 over 9. So we say multiplied by 1, which is the same as 1 over 9. This is our correct answer. It's 1 over 9. So that is it.